like I said in the last one I shot, I filmed. Yo, you know what's so funny? Every time I tell people I'm gonna go shoot videos, bro, they go, "You're gonna go shoot?" It's so funny. And then they say, "Why can't you just say film?" And I just be like, "Bro, people just say shoot." Like it's it's always been a funny thing. But film. This video is now being done at 5 a.m. Actually, the last one. But hey, I'm just up shooting these, and then my bad, filming these, and now I'm going to from the last one that was the what was it? The 3 a.m. thoughts. This one's gonna be more esoteric and spiritual. So you have been forewarned. This one is going to be a little bit deeper. I'm gonna start talking about some really deep concepts, some things. I'm gonna get in there. I might not go too deep because I like to keep it also surface level. But I'm gonna talk about some stuff. Talk about it. Just vent, just talk. So hopefully you're prepared. Hopefully you're ready. I'm ready. I hope you are ready. And that's about it. Love you guys. Thanks for checking out the video. And I always want to remind you is even if these videos are not reaction related, you can still post them or topics you want me to talk about. Like people have asked me to talk about meditation and certain things, so that's why certain videos end up popping out because that one person is watching. But this video right here that I have pulled up is by or uploaded on a channel called Navo 159, I think, or Navo or Navo 159. The title of the video is "I finally made peace with myself." And to look at the comments on this video, they're just beautiful and sad, but like you have hope. Like this one commenter, Thai Skater 456, just turned 29 in June. As I enter my last year as a 20-something-year-old, I've come to realize that expectations put on us during the decade of life are unrealistic. For most, everyone is different. If one buys a house at 22 to 24 and has kids, but one doesn't have any of those things at 27 to 29, that's totally fine. I thought I'd have it all figured out by now. In some cases, I would have if I chose a better wife, now ex-wife, live and learn. I think your 20s you make an abundance of mistakes as you're supposed to, because how else are you supposed to learn? Nonetheless, life is a journey. You're always learning, and I'm sure I'll learn more in my 30s. Sorry, I'm messing up your thing. I'm trying to. It's a white text. I don't know, and it's still early. But the more you learn, the more you realize you knew nothing to begin with. Everyone keeps striving and prospering. Cheers. And most of these comments are just cool. It's just cool to look at this thing. You know what? I'll save this because I'll leave a link down below. Well, last night while I was talking to my girlfriend, and our anniversaries today, this playlist popped up, and it popped up during such a heavy conversation about things, and we both got emotional, both tearing up, both crying. She's crying about how much she feels for me and stuff. And it made me think, like, I'm just so grateful and appreciative that I get people in my life or attract people in my life who truly deeply care about me. She actually brought this up to me and said, "You're an individual who needs an anchor being. Like, you need someone to be able to come home to with how expansive your consciousness is when you talk about certain topics and everything." And I never even looked at it like that. Now, truthfully, in my heart, I don't feel like I need anyone else but myself, but in a sense of like being secure in who I am and being secure with being alone, but also when I guess you hear the weight of the things I talk about and know like that I don't even, I mean, people hear it in videos, but you don't even really grasp. And see, that's the thing with social media. People think they can watch videos and know you, and you don't really know someone. Like you can't even begin to grasp just the true essence of somebody. And I'm one of the more vulnerable YouTubers, I would say, with sharing the things I say. Or just creators. I don't even need the title YouTuber, but just creators. And truthfully, that's something that could get mixed up in the whole social media thing. But and but I do appreciate what she said, and I never looked at it like that. That I need someone who's my anchor being, or someone to be in my life who truly grounds me, keeps me afloat, at least in the sense of like, if I'm ever going way too out in the cosmos, they can just put like rest their hands on my face and be like, I'm here, and I appreciate that so much. And just what I was thinking there, and kind of why I paused, is I really genuinely, deep down in my heart, hope everyone watching this video has the opportunity to have someone in their life that is their anchor being, or just a partner like that, or to attract partners like that. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. And that's what I'm realizing approaching 25 now, is it's just, man, there's so much I want to say to y'all, like, but it always comes back to live your life. One of the women I work with, oh man, she's great. She's great. She ended up telling me, like, just trust your heart. You know, you know where, like, you have a backup plan. You have your things. Trust your heart in where you're going. And it's only just 2024, man. We're still figuring this shit out. And I love that she said that, because I had a real heart to heart with her. Like, I pulled her to the side because I felt most comfortable talking with her out of everyone, to just honestly be like, yo, having a bit of like imposter syndrome a little bit, And it made me realize everything I talk about in these videos. It's just like, sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves, dude. It's like, life is so much simpler than people understand or see or ever come to realize. You got to get yourself out the rat race, man. Like, you got to do what you can to manifest and attract careers and partners that fit you, and break and fuck the system. Two big middle fingers to the system as much as you can. Become as self-sufficient and less reliant on the system as much as you can. And the system is just everything at play that keeps you distracted. Do what you can to live your best life for yourself and those around you, in careers that you can handle or manage, and just move smart in a system like this, and move for yourself. Most definitely move for yourself, and try to incorporate that community aspect back as much as you can into life. When I went to get my hair done at this place, I think they were Ghanaian, and I remember talking with the guy in there who was a father, I'm pretty sure, who was just telling me about like the generations, and looking at the generations now, and like, essentially, if I could summarize it, talking about like, it's so weird to see this like level of like, almost like hatred or disrespect in the generation, in the level of like literally verbal disrespect sometimes, like in America, what he sees. And it's just like a different generation, like times changing, and just like it feels like there's no more community, or everything is, at least here, everything is more like self-sufficient, or not self-sufficient, like greed. He mentioned greed and other things. I'm trying to remember everything he said, but the whole gist of the conversation is that, like, you remember those nights where, and this was my generation, which is funny because my generation was partly half of this coming up, where we would all get together at night and play manhunt and run through the neighborhoods. It's like that lifestyle is slowly disappearing. It's gone. I mean, and for him, it was disappearing way, way. Like, when he talked about technology and everything, he was like, it's so weird to see. It's so crazy to see. And I was telling him, yeah, it is wild to see from our generation's perspective too. Like, I would say like the millennials slightly, and then like I'm apparently Gen Z. I used to think I was millennial, but I'm going on 25. You literally used to call us the millennials, but now we're Gen Z. I don't know. I told them I don't care for these titles, but it's insane to see how when I was a kid, that was the thing. Like, you know, like the house across the street knew my grandma, the house next door knew my grandma. Like everyone knew each other on this like one block. But it feels like, and I could be wrong, mate. I hope for some of the generations coming up or the kids that your communities are still like coming together and you know and doing things or being involved where they one block knows each other. I remember we had a blackout in the town I'm from, where everyone came out on the street and is talking to each other like, "Whoa, what the hell happened?" Like, in it, but you know, it feels like if that were to happen during this time, that it wouldn't be the same. It maybe be like neighbors talking to each other, but I don't know. I mean, whew, I can talk about a certain thing that had us social distancing. But man, this whole thing is just I don't know, man. Social media, everything like the evolution of technology and everything feels like it has pushed. The metaverse is here. The metaverse has been here. The metaverse has been here since I've been like 10. It, if you know, you know what I'm saying. I Robot, remember that movie? I think my grandma ended up watching that movie when I was like 5. I don't even know how old I was. I was young though. Let me see when did I Robot come out? Yeah, when I was 5 years old. So I said I remember her showing me that video when I was like 5, or like watching it. Movie came out in '04. You see how much they've been programming us? They showed you robots walking around in iRobot when I was 5 years old, so I can only imagine what they have planned. Shit was almost 19 years ago, bro. Bro, that's crazy to say. I've been alive on this rock. Been alive on this rock almost 19 years, or well, 24. I meant like then Will Smith is old, nah, but his physical form is old. But dude, I'm like this thing is crazy, bro. This whole journey in the human experience is crazy. Shout out to you, Purple, because I remember when you sent me a video. I think you said it's lovely that science is catching up. I think this was our DMs, and it was a video of like them talking about quantum physics, something about timelines. I don't know if this is the right video, but yeah, science is just catching up to all the stuff that we talk about because they know it's ancient knowledge, man. They're just revealing it slow because once you know this and can embody this information, you have so much control over your life and your experience than you ever will. That's why they paint this knowledge or esoteric stuff or spirituality as new age and you should fear it. And of course you should, because yes, we need sheep. Be a sheeple. Don't ever don't. No more community, no more spiritual systems. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just going off because it's just like the game is so in your face. And 2024 was like it started off with the year of things being revealed, but I feel like 2025 is going to be the real year of things being revealed. I used to have visions with my bro, like Ron, the one I always mention, that 2025 is going to be the year that's goes fucking bonky. That goes bonky bonky. That goes absolutely ape shit. This is gonna be the year for it of where it goes wild. So just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, man. Get your consciousness ready because I'm not sure what's gonna manifest, but always know we create reality. So what you collectively focus on, I feel like will happen. And I'm thinking that it's gonna be a shift in the world's superpowers. I want to see a world where people, and I'll always say this, I want to see wars. I want to see a world. I've been saying this as a kid. I want to see a world where wars are fought with paintball guns, where we've got large teams of countries going at each other in paintball, bro. Where it's all fun and there's no killing and there's and mortality rate. I don't know if y'all want to live like till you're a hunchback, but where you know life is just freely lived. Like if you want to go explore Seattle, Washington, and you're someone who's from Atlanta, you can go there, and you don't even. It's like this place gets more like a sandbox, like an open. I mean, it's life's already like a video game, but it gets more like a sandbox where it's like, oh, I just got to grind for a little bit over here, and I'm taking a trip to Seattle, Washington, instead of like we have these big concepts and techniques for manifesting and everything when everything is really supposed to be simple. You're supposed to be able to move. It's Earth. Like, is this a game? It's supposed to be simpler. You know, I don't know why the powers that be and everything that keep the people silent just want this control and control. I would love to see people running around this having fun. Like, I'm talking about exploring, not stepping on other people. Like, imagine if you could just, like, I don't know, like, just say you want to go to the Adirondack Mountains or something, and just like, because of the economy and everything just getting better, and just like, I don't know, just be in such a better environment. Like, I always imagine a world like this that you could just go. Like, you could go, like, someone who maybe thinks that they could never end up like, oh, I want to travel to Costa Rica, but man, that's like 2 years down the line. No, I want that 2 years down the line be like, I could go in a month. Like, I want the environment to feel like, like, you don't have to look at yourself or look at your situation and be like, oh, I got bills though. Man, I want to get this game. I want to get this PS4, but and they just, or PS4, PS5, maybe the PS6, and it's like, man, I don't know if I'm dropping $1,000 on this shit. It's like, I want to see a world where it's like, dude, I want to get a car, bro. This is the biggest thing to me that is so obvious. I go past these car dealerships in my town, and there's just so many fucking cars. There's so many cars. Think about that. Am I gonna get like FBI agent? Like, is the FBI agent gonna come in and probably not kick down my door for saying some shit like this? But it's so obvious to me. They have cars and cars and cars. Right now, like I said, I want to go green as much as possible. But they have cars that just sit in the lot. I think I swear that if these car dealerships, like, everyone owned a single car in the car dealership, like, I mean, traffic would be funny. It'd actually be funny. I don't even know if it would be that bad. I wonder, but there's enough cars. I mean, I've seen so many like, there's so many car lots around here with cars that just sit there, and so many motherfuckers walking, probably wishing they had a car. Imagine these car dealerships did like a free car giveaway, maybe like every 3 months or something. I don't know if that's too much, but it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? These cars sit here catching fucking dust, snow, sleet, rain, hail, and they just sit. And then you have homeless people. It's like, teach these motherfuckers how to drive. Get them in the driving school. Slap them a car. At least they got a car to live out of. I don't know if like the cars would end up like in a fucking back alleyway somewhere. Maybe they would travel. Who knows? I don't want to judge. Maybe they like. I just feel like even these abandoned buildings, like, that's what I thought about too. There's these companies that'll buy abandoned buildings and turn them into like office space, and then it's like, we got liminal back rooms. Maybe back rooms started trending because we've got a lot of back rooms in towns we're from, or places where these companies buy office buildings, and it's literally just office spaces. They get renovated into fucking floors of nothingness. We're in the back rooms right now. Like, this is the back rooms. You're watching this video and I'm in the back room. But no, this so serious. It's so weird. Is there's so many cars that just sit there, and I know someone is gonna maybe come by this video, hear that point, and try to logicalize it. And it's like, no, nothing about this entire video game we're in is logical. It's nothing here is logical. Nothing even doesn't even make any sense. It's like there are cars that just sit there. What are you going to tell me that would affect sales and that would do this? Good, it should affect sales. There's tons of cars that sit there and tons of people that need a car and tons of people that think you need a car to even function in certain areas where it's like, yeah, but having a car is just good. It's like, well, then you got tons of them that just sit there. Like, that's the first thing to me that's like just so obvious. There's so many cars that just sit. And then it's funny to hear people say the price of things is going up. Actually, the bread that I like getting has gone down in price. Hopefully there's not no fucking health food scare with the bread I get because it's really good on the Yuka app and I love eating it. It's the Arsano bread. But I went in the store and seen that the price dropped. I was, oh, economy getting better? I don't know. I guess in my reality, I'm not sure. But the thing is like, how is the price of goods and everything still increasing? All these cars sit there and the price for them is getting higher? This world, man. I don't let any of this stop me from achieving my goals or manifesting money to move around or manifesting careers that are very fulfilling. It doesn't stop me, but I'm just saying, look at the state of why this should be a collective effort for people to come together and change the narrative, man. It's scary to see how many people are still so like sheepish to the system, but at the same time, I think tons and tons of people are awakened. Even if I don't agree with everyone who, and it's not that I don't agree, but agree to disagree, and I respect the work. That, some of these videos will be like, your vibration and eating vegetables is higher vibration. I'm not going to agree with those motherfuckers ever. It's all in the mind. Everything has to do with your mind. The mind, the universe is mental, all is mind. And that's even a half truth. But it's also literally almost one of the fullest truths you can believe, and that's why it's a Kemetic law, because you really only experience reality through your perception. Like after this goes to sleep, the whole brain, like you're literally just a collection of wires, nervous system, right? When that goes to sleep, none of this was ever real to you. It was like a dream. You're literally just a brain and a meat sack. So consciousness, the mind is the one true reality. But anyways, not getting too deep about that. Like I'm saying, is like, look at this shit, bro. Look at it. Look at the system we're in. You occupy literally a few cubic. That's the not George R.R. Martin. The dude who made George Orwell. That's the quote by him. The space you occupied in your life is. Let me see if I can find the quote really quickly. It's like the only space you ever occupied in your life. The only space. George Orwell. Let's see what he said. What is the quote? Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. That's a quote from him. But the only space you ever occupied was a few cubic centimeters inside your skull. See, Google's completing it for me. Who is this? It's 1984. It's George Orwell's quote. Nothing was your own except a few cubic centimeters inside your skull. That's such a badass quote. That is such a badass quote because it's so true. It's like, you have to realize about this life is like, how does someone own Mother Earth's land? Like, that's why the people who were of the land knew that the land, like, you had to be in tune with nature, because it's like, how do you own nature? That shit belongs to the earth, and then we belong to the earth. So we got to treat it right. These motherfuckers that are in power are not like that. Maybe they're having a change of heart, but I'll never know. But I know we create reality, so I know they're a necessity. They're like a necessary evil for this whole balance of life and death, good and evil, two sides of the same tree. And I really need chapstick because if you see my lip bleeding, but I think it's actually, I think right here, this skull you see actually has the quote. Yeah, it does. That skull right here on these cards has the quote. Has the quote. That's when I was like, yo, a little George Orwell quote right here, bro. In this little card thing that I set up, I ordered these on Amazon and then put them on a bigger board to make like hang upables. That's my new saying, hang upables. But yeah, man, dude, you're only a few cubic centimeters in a moving meat sack, so think about that for a second. Was anything here ever really yours, or are you just here for the experience, the human experience? You're here for the human experience. You are a multi-dimensional being living in a human body. You are a soul. That is why they were revealing it more in all of these things. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, multiple timeline theory, string theory, all of that. String theory and multiple timeline theories and everything was in what? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, I think, with Jolene, Jotaro's daughter. Jotaro. But Arcane, timelines, they're showing you more shit with time. I mean, they were showing you with Doctor Strange. You guys catching on, man? They've been showing you in movies when I was young, man. The Matrix. Now, I want to say this in all confidence, and I don't want to act like a know-it-all, because I'm not. I know that I know nothing at all. A wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. But what I'm going to tell you is, you really think they shot the Matrix movie as a cool sci-fi film? People who know. I remember there was like this scare tactic of like there was like a guy who watched the Matrix and actually started believing his actions didn't have consequences and nothing was real, and he game ended people who were close to him. Bro, what? It's not what the movie was trying to tell you, but that's what he picked up from it. That's why art can be interpreted in any way. But the truth is I think people are starting to realize more and more about the movie They Live and the Matrix, is that may be actually going on. Like, They Live has, I don't want to get my video shadow banned, but you do understand that this is a real thing you can look up, that the British raided tombs and consumed the corpses. Like, that this was a medical practice. Like, y'all are understanding that that's why when They Live, or these conspiratorial movies pop up where they show a different race of people that are here consuming corpses, and you think these Matrix movies aren't telling you that you're in a weird? No, they are. They are. These are actually beings that are actually in our history eating corpses. And I don't believe a lick. You'll probably find, I take it with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. You'll find books that probably tell you they thought it was a form of medicine, that they would gain the what attributes of the corpses they were eating. Last time I checked, Africa is black. Egypt, for some reason, they never want to show you that Egyptians, or what is it, Nubian or black, or just like Egypt, I don't know, but that Egyptians are melanated. They seem to have a problem with showing that ever. And then they were raiding the tombs and consuming the corpses. And then, like, you hear stories of kids being found. Well, I'm sorry to make this video dark, but I'm just saying. Maybe I should leave this for another video. You know, you find missing kids rolled up in gym mats that happen to be, with body parts missing, that happen to be melanated. Very interesting world we live in. I'm just gonna leave the video on that. But I don't know. This system is a whole lot crazier when you start waking up. That's why I say, bro, don't let anyone say anything to you. I know, a very dark note to end on, but this is why I say, don't let any relationship like really stress you. There are people getting taken for their body parts. Like, live life, be grateful, and don't ever let anyone stress you out in this thing. This system is like crazy. The picture is much bigger than most people actually realize. And it's like, bro, create your life, live strong, take no bullshit, stand on business. People are starting to say 2025 is the year they're going to stand on business. No, every year should be the year you stand on business. Stand on business. Love y'all. By the way, fact check that. I know you probably don't want to, but yes, there was like a kid found rolled up in a freaking gym mat. Like, you very obviously know what that was. Okay, I'm done. I have my speculations. That's why I say much love and Moonlight, and I'm going to be in the next video. And my obviously thoughts and prayers go out to the family that is. It's just, it fucking blows my mind. The system we live in, it's almost like it's a matrix.